Maybe not. Okay, we're at the Cloche Silhouette Trail. It's Thursday morning around about 10 o'clock, I guess. And we're about to start the trail. Let me just zoom in and show you the trail one more time. So there it is. We're starting down at the bottom there, and we're going around clockwise. We're doing this trail in 5 days, or 5 nights and 6 days. And so we should be back on Tuesday. We just dropped off our car at the other end, and we're ready to go. So the adventure begins. Okay, here we are, about an hour in. It's just a little beaver pond. It's just a gorgeous day. Nice and warm. You can see how calm it is. No breeze. And you can see our first view of the higher elevations. I think we're heading in that direction. There's Brian taking a picture. And there's Brian taking a picture of Rob. We're starting to get some color change. Some of the trees are starting to turn. So, but it's still a little early. It's probably a week or two away from being really noticeable. But there's definitely some bright red ones around. So we're getting the beginning of it. Anyways, check in again soon. Okay, here we are. I don't know if you can actually see how steep that is, other than the grimace on Brian's face.
Holy moly.
But that is a burn. This is the pig. And we're not done yet. It still goes up that way. So, but we're getting there. We're near the top now. And we're heading up to H8, which will be our campsite for the night. So we just have to get through this. And then the rest of it isn't too bad. It's fairly flat. So anyways, talk to you soon. Okay, we're at the top of the pig. We made it. That's going down the way we came, and that's going down the way we're going. And there's now I'm gonna see I'm gonna see if Brian can get off that rock he's sitting on.
No problem.
All right. He's ready to go. All right. Time to get going.
Downhill.
Okay. Our first real look at the higher ridges. We're up at a pretty nice lookout. There's someone's cottage down there. And we just finished going up the pig and down the pig. And that's why you hear us breathing kind of hard. It's going down. Down, the trail goes down there. And over and then up that way. We're heading in that direction there. Okay. I would ask Brian to say a few words, but he's too busy catching his breath.
Right.
All right, so here we are on day 2. We just left H8 this morning, and looks like it's going to be another nice day. We're just walking on top of this beaver dam. It's kind of cool. I'll just show you here. And then back into the bush. This looks like real moose country again, but no sign of anything yet. but we're looking. Anyways, it's a beautiful morning. Good night's sleep. Right, Brian? Okay. Okay. We're just stopping at H16. Well, just before H16, actually. There's people camping there tonight, so or last night. So we're just getting a little bit of water here. The water at H8 was, looked a little skanky, so we decided to wait. It's a bigger body of water. It looks a little nicer. And Brian's just setting up his water pump. And I've got all my stuff down there. Okay. Okay. We're making our way to H18. This is just some gentle ups and downs, not too strenuous. You see the trail going that way. It's heading clockwise, and back there is where we came from. No wind today. A little bit humid and pretty warm, so you're definitely feeling it. It's around noon now, so all right, check in later. Okay, we're on our way to H18. Just stopped for a nice view here. You can see the quartzite mountains in the back, and I think that's Three-Legged Lake. Three-Legged or Three Narrows Lake or something. Anyways, we came across a bunch of deer fur earlier, so either it died of natural causes or maybe wolves got it or something, but just a bunch of fur, no skeleton at all. There we go. Okay. Okay, we just left H59, Bodina Lake, and we're just up on a ridge here. It's about 8 o'clock, 8:15 in the morning. It's just beautiful. And we're packing a lot lighter since we've been eating like crazy. Actually, not really. Okay, let me just, okay, there, you get a look at, put a voice to the, it's a gorgeous day. It's been like this the whole time we've been out here. We've had really great weather, nice mornings. It's going to be warm though again today, so warm night last night. It was very comfortable. All right, there'll be lots of views today. Okay, here's a pretty little swamp early in the morning. The morning sun coming in. We've just had a little bit of a climb over here. We're heading toward H21 and then over to the waterfall. That one. Okay, so we just passed H21 and we're on the trail here, and it's just going up onto one of the ridges now. So I don't know if the camera catches the elevation, but it's a bit of a climb. And we sort of came from the forest, so it was more of a gentle walk through the forest. Sort of more gentle. All right. I'm just using the filming as an excuse not to walk up this hill. Okay, here we are at the top of that ridge, and you get a really nice view of the park. Fortunately, the sun's, you see a lot of the peaks here. Very nice. And you can see what it looks like going down. It's quite a ways down there. And we just follow the blue dots. Okay, here we are at the top of something. Look at that. I don't know if you can get, I don't know if the camera is going to do it justice, but this is just spectacular. This is so beautiful. And then, whoa. Oh, check this out. You gotta take a picture of this. I don't know if you'll get the depth, but
No, you never do.
no. But those trees are, the top of those trees are way down there. Okay, so I don't know if you, again, you can't really see this, but this is a pretty steep little climb down. Definitely scrambling from rock to rock. All right, well, again, very pretty. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got it zoomed. All right, here we go.
You good?
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
This is like photography day.
Anyways, that's where we just came up, and I'm sure you can't get a true sense of how high that is, but and ooh, Jesus, and that's where we're going still, so we're not even down yet. Okay, this is the waterfall we have to climb up now. You can, I think you can see the blue markers on the trees as you go up there. Not walking right, sort of off to the side of the waterfall this time, but you have to be a little careful. The rocks are a bit wet. And when we get to the top, there's a little pool. We are going to rest for a few minutes then. Okay, say hi to YouTube. This is just a little pool just at the top of the waterfall, and we obviously made it. It wasn't too bad, but there were a couple slippery spots where you're kind of walking through the water. But other than that, worked out good.
As long as I got my walls, that's all I care about.
Yeah. Okay. Here we are. Oh boy. And there's the waterfall. That's the pool just before the waterfall. We're just going to get a little bit of water right here, and then we'll continue. The next big thing is Moose Pass, and that's a steep downhill and a really long, steep uphill. And after that, I think we have an hour after that, and we're already at camp. So it's a bit of a shorter day today. All right, signing off for now. Okay, we made it down to the bottom of Moose Pass. It was a, what, 10-minute descent?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably about 10 minutes it took us. Yeah, maybe a bit longer to come down. Now, unfortunately, it'll take us a little longer than 10 minutes to go back up. That's where we're going. And we're ready. Moose Pass completed. There we are. Oh. Yeah, a little tired. Okay. Oh, there we are. That's a tough climb. I mean, it's not technically challenging, but it's just a long climb. So about an hour and a half, I think now, until H31, and we'll call it a day. So it'll end up being an early day today.
Oh yeah. Thanks. Level ground. Yay!
Yeah, not for long.
Wow.
Yeah, beware of false tops. We got fooled.
Oh well. Jesus.
All right. This is an incredible view of the park. And an incredible view of Brian.
Doing this panoramic shot.
You can probably almost see Georgia Bay. Anyways, this is really pretty. The wind is just starting to pick up a little bit. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but it's just a gorgeous view right here. Okay, this was a nice soft walk through the woods. Looking real nice. And now we're heading up through here. It's kind of a nice shady, a little cooler. It's a warm day today. I'd say it's probably in the 25 range.
Yeah.
Maybe more in the sun. Okay, we were just at H31 overnight. It was an okay campsite. It was a great lake. The water tasted really good, and the campsite was okay. But it had really good water. And now we've just been climbing for the last half hour. And we've got this view. It's some clouds rolling in this today. Some haze, but probably will burn off when the sun comes up. A bit of a breeze, but good looking day. And I will check in later with the sun.
Yeah, sun's tough.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this, but it's a pretty neat picture with the sun the way it is. All the way up the valley there. Alright, anyways, it looks pretty spectacular from this end.
I've seen a couple of them, a few of them up.
Okay, coming down to Little Mountain Lake. And it's a bit of a...
Goat path?
Yeah. And this is where we're going. Okay, gonna put the camera away to climb this one. Okay, that's what we just came down. And then down over here is, you could just make out the lake. That's a little mountain lake. And then we came up the other side. So, amazing hiking in Killarney. But it keeps you huffing and puffing, that's for sure. Okay, just another pretty shot. Those blue lakes, the white quartzite mountains, the green forests. Very, very nice. And two guys huffing and puffing at the top of the hill here. All right, so a couple of selfies.
Fun anyway.
All right, that's enough of that. Climbing up along the ridges to Boundary Lake. It's right there in the trees, and we got to go up this way a little bit further. Almost there. Okay, so give you the tour of Boundary Lake, the Boundary Lake site. And it's not a bad, not a bad campsite. Got nice access to the water, great view, and you can see the shore. The water is really nice. We were in for a swim earlier, and they're calling for some rain overnight. So tonight we're just trying to dry everything out and get everything ready in case it does rain tomorrow morning or over the night. And they're calling for a nice day tomorrow again, so yeah, let's come around here. This is my friend's tent. It's what's the name of your tent?
Spark One, I think.
Spark One, one-man tent from Mountain Equipment Co-op. So, and then that's the trail going into the campsite. It's a long hike. It was a big downhill, which means it's a big uphill tomorrow morning to get back to the trail. It branches off right at the top of the ridge there and winds its way down to water level. So we strung up a clothesline just to dry up a few things. And then over here, this is my new tent. I had the Six Moons Design Skyscape Trekker, and it's a great little tent. Very light, 25 ounces, and but I found it was I'm about 6'3". It's a little short for me. I found my feet were hitting the far end, and then the sleeping bag was always wet. So I decided to go with the tarp tent Rainbow. It's their one-man tent, and you can see it's about 40 inches wide, and because of the kind of dome shape, you get a lot of the headroom the tent isn't facing you right in the, the material isn't right in your face at the head end or at the foot end. So it gives you a lot of living space inside. I've got the extra wide Neo Air sleeping pad there. And it's, I think, 25 inches wide. And the tent is like 40 inches wide. So I still have over a foot of room to put my stuff. Tonight you can see my shoes in there. We're putting everything in the tent because they're calling for rain, so I want to make sure everything stays dry. And then I've got a piece of Tyvek underneath. I don't know if it's necessary, but you know what? I want the tent to last, so it's no big deal to use that. This tent has been good so far. This is my first trip with it. It's my fourth night, I guess, and we'll see how it is in the rain, if it does rain tonight. So, but it's been seam sealed, so I tested it in my backyard with a garden hose, but I don't know if that's a good test or not. But we'll see how it performs tonight. If it does rain, I'll let you know in the morning. And this is, I mean, it's not a bad site, except it's really hard to find a flat area on any of these sites. You want to have a flat area so you can sleep. We are always kind of sloped one way, and you end up sliding. Your sleeping pad and bags slide to one corner of the tent. So that's been a little bit of a challenge, but we figure these spots are pretty good. And then you also want to consider, where the rain is pooling and stuff like that if we do get a downpour. So we quit fairly early today. We only went from Shigog, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, Shigog Lake to Boundary Lake. It was only about 7 or 8 kilometers total. Tomorrow we have a big day. We're going all the way to Little Superior, which is about a 16-kilometer hike. And 16 kilometers here in Killarney is usually means a tough hike. So it's a long day. So and that'll be our last night. But anyways, we've had just fantastic weather. Maybe a little too warm, if you can complain about temperatures being too warm in September, but it's been beautiful sunny days. A little bit of cloud cover right now. You can see it's just starting to come up. The weather app I had said that there's rain tonight and at around 8 o'clock, and then tapering off by morning, and by the morning it should be sunny again. So we hope that's the case, and that we get 2 more days of sunshine to hike out of here. So it's been good so far, but at the end of the day, you do feel tired. So anyways, we'll catch you in the morning. One more look around. We're all set. And we'll check in later. All right, so we're coming from Boundary Lake, heading towards Silver Peak. We won't take the Silver Peak turnoff, but we're heading in that direction. It's kind of a nice little meadowy swamp. We're hoping we might see a moose, but no such luck. Better to see it in here than bump into it on the trail, but that hasn't happened yet either. Yeah. All right, the ups and downs of Killarney. We're heading past Silver Peak towards Little Superior, and these are the little challenges we have along the way. You can start, now it's an action shot. Go around the way I did though. Black rocks. And we're heading up there. Yeah, the black rocks are really slippery. Okay, we just passed, what was the name of the lake? Silver Lake. And this is the trail going through kind of a neat little section between the boulders. We're headed for Bunny Rabbit Lake now for lunch. And then a couple hours after that we should be into camp. So looks like it's going to be an okay day. The overcast seems to be helping quite a bit. It's not so hot, makes it a lot easier hiking. So we'll check in later. A pretty little view. I don't know if it captures it on the film or on the camera as well, but you can see the contrast of the white quartzite and then the dark clouds behind it. We've been sort of hiking in this overcast all day, but it's been really nice. It's made the temperatures a lot more comfortable for hiking. And that's where we're going. We're heading towards Bunny Rabbit Lake for lunch. And then we'll go down, and way down there is a nice grassy meadow that Brian would rather be walking in right now. Very, very pretty. All right. We made it to our final destination. Our final night, and check this out. Look how blue this water is. Now, I guess it's an acid lake because there's nothing growing in it, but man, it looks pretty. Yeah, there's not a weed down there. But oh, it's just a pretty sight. And this is our first actual flat area to set up the tents. Give you a tour of the other side here. We have the campfire, and then look at this view. Oh, really nice. The sounds you hear are 4 ladies that have been hiking behind us. It was kind of interesting actually. We met a group of 5 ladies, 1 man, a group of 4 ladies, a group of 3 ladies, and a couple, a man and his wife or girlfriend or whatever. But altogether, that would be 3, 4, 8, 13 women, and I think we've met about 3 guys on the trail. So the women are taking over. They're getting out and enjoying this beautiful, beautiful area. And this is not easy hiking. So good for them. And we met one guy who was 75 years old and had hiked it 10 times? No, his son, or the younger guy, has 12. And he had hiked it 10 times. So Good for the senior citizens. Okay, so just finished dinner, cleaned everything up, and this is the view from our campsite tonight. Look at that. Just beautiful. This is a really pretty spot. The water was just amazing to swim in, and real nice camp spot. And then the tents are set up right there on a tent pad, and it's just really nice, flat, and should be fine. Mosquitoes are just starting to come out, so it's time to say goodbye. Good night. This is our fifth and last night, and I will check in tomorrow. Oh, beautiful shot of Little Superior Lake. Oh, very nice. All right, just leaving, I'm not sure of the number, but it was Prulux Lake. Beautiful campsite. So, I mean, you saw it earlier, but we really enjoyed that. Good night's sleep. And now half a day's hike and we're out of here. Okay. I guess we're at the crack. We haven't actually got to the entrance yet, but we're on some sort of side trail here. It gives us a really nice view. Maybe we're not, I don't know. Anyways, we've got to find the trail again. But you see a nice view of the park. There's Georgian Bay. There's Manitoulin Island out there. You see it? Yeah, over there. Alright. Alright.
We'll turn on. I'm done.
Well, this is the last sort of pretty spot anyways. After this, it's very nice.
We went all the way that way, didn't we?
All the way around, yeah.
A long hike.
It was. All right. Well, it never looks as good on video as it does in real life, but we made it down the crack, or most of it. Now the rest is just around the trees. All right. All right.
Can we get the sign then?
Yeah, well, come on over here a little more. There you go. You got the sign, and there's two of us. We made it. Officially, we made it. Okay, so it's like, what, 12:20, 12:28? Yeah, so 12:30. It took us about 5 hours to go the last day. We're at the parking lot. We've parked at this end, so it'll be a short walk rather than the long walk. And it was 6 beautiful days. We ended up with really great weather, but either way, it's a tough hike. It was for me anyways. So, signing off for now. Oh, and a shout out to the 5 ladies and 1 gentleman who we mentioned that I would be putting this on YouTube, and they said they were going to try to look it up. So hopefully they can find it, and hopefully they made it around safe. They were going counterclockwise when we were going clockwise. We met them about halfway through the trail, and so they said they would try to find me. And if they find my site, and they get to see this video, hopefully they enjoyed some of the memories, because there were a lot of them. See you later.